So, what's up guys, and welcome to Ívar's Fly Workshop. This time we will be tying like an egg-sucking leech, except we're going to tie it from a little different materials. First of all, I'm going to place like this lead-free Semperfli wire. It comes instead of the lead wires. They're like in some states in the US they are already been ruled out, and I believe the same thing will be happening, I think, maybe in the UK, I'm not sure. In Iceland, technically you can use lead for this, but it's never like a really good idea to use lead and let it just drop off in nature. Remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. The description of the fly and the pattern you can find in the video's description. As well, you can find a link to my PayPal account, which I encourage you to support the channel. Just to secure the lead or the non-lead wire, just put like a little sapagab on the top of it. The hook I'm using, that's an NS 118 streamer number 6 from Ahrex, and here is a lead-free wire. It's like a heavy alloy, it's called, and now you can get those wires in like varieties of how thickness. The body material and the tail of the fly, I'm gonna use this 15mm EggStatic material. It's a really fun material to work with. And for the tail of the fly, I'm using not the tail, but for the head of the fly, actually, I'm using like a fluor orange EggStatic in 8mm, I think it was. So first of all, I'm gonna melt just a little bit like this to close the end, to be absolutely sure this is not gonna be torn up and damage my fly when I start to cast it. So we'll use the red material for the black material for the tail. I'm using a Semperfli Classic Waxed 8.0 thread for the fly. We'll start by putting the thread on and snip away the end. And yeah, I encourage you guys to support my channel. I need that to update equipment and stuff, and if there is some budget left every year, which is usually not, I spend it on the equipment, lights and all that, and then stuff like that. If there is a rest of the budget, I'm donating that to some charity always, every single year. You can be sure of that. Your money goes to good thing if you decide to support the channel. Some people have done, some very handsomely. So I encourage you, if you're watching the video, if you like the video, and if you want to see some improvements, please go ahead and support me. Now we have attached the EggStatic material, the tail of the leech. Then I'm gonna be wrapping this part of it, creating the body of the leech, wrapping it in like touching wraps. I'm gonna fix that afterwards with a brush, because this EggStatic material is a little bit, it's thick, which is okay, it's just fine. It's fun to work with. It's like a very dense material and strong. So I'm gonna anchor this black piece of the EggStatic material down here. It has this purple, you see this purple flashy thing on it. It must look great as a leech in the water. Now snip this off, and then the egg which the leech is sucking on is the orange part, which is just coming up in a second. I want to make sure to have enough space for it, so we trim a little bit of this away to be absolutely sure that there is enough space for that orange material to come. Now to fix a little bit the body, if some fibers and stuff had been trapped under the other while wrapping, this is one method to just open up the whole thing a little bit and get those fibers to stick out like you want them to stick out. Just give it a little brush with your dubbing brush. It does not need to be hard, not at all, just like a gentle brush. An egg-sucking leech pattern is, I would say, that is not a common pattern here in Iceland for brown trout. I do not know exactly why, but I've used leech patterns here for years and years while fishing, and I have usually had pretty good results with that, even though we do not have much of leeches here in Iceland, if not any. But at least something in the trout mind sees it and jumps on it, attacks it. It's and the trout is, of course, natural predator, really predatory animal. So here comes the egg itself, like a roe or something. It's sucking on. Cannot go any further. It's going to block the eye of the hook. Something like this. Now we will anchor that in here too. It's a little tight, but it works since the hook eye is free. And if I had not been adding the wire to the fly in the very beginning, I would skip this step with the orange EggStatic material and use just like a fluor orange bead on the fly. That is, I've seen that it's a quite common method of tying like an egg-sucking leech. That's to have like a bead or some plastic bead or something which sits on the front of the hook. And just give it a little bit of this, not much. We'll do the knot here, build up like a tiny head on it, and then we'll just whip finish and hope for the best. It's gonna hold. Just a couple of knots and then some super glue on it, some Sapagap on it. This fly is then tied with solely just Semperfli materials. I'm on the Semperfli Pro team, Pro member there. It's a great team, people with much greater skills than I have in fly tying, and it's a lot of joy and fun to be on board there, and a great honor for me as a tyer that they accepted me. Now we'll clean the hook eye just a little bit before adding some glue on it. You see that the hook eye is free; there's nothing in it. And I just want to say to you guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Support the channel, share the video, put a like on it, and tell people about my YouTube channel if they are into Icelandic fly tying, or if they are coming to Iceland to fish. I can give advices, and you will find my email in the video's description too. You're free to contact, and free advices are given. So, that's all for now. I will see you guys in the next video.